Order was for Maame Akosua Serwaa does it TV so. And then what I'm come to do right now is very quick. And it's sunny no. Right now, Maame Akosua Serwaa my God them hand. They be my cassette. The man who called me from US and now I catch him say Inja Asamene Kano. Me nasim bia na maka, ni meka ne say Ghana for and I say, you are seeing a who the crowd I'm in some of the Jassam who can. Because you did say, and the crano, Essie ho, say, any other no man ever seen it trassi. Tia bo who do send a bayard, you read then manadi, a gina hope pepe. Send ya mature warm Instagram account and I can't say, Obia when GD, you can believe your truth. Mutuma James so me jizim my z, as I say. But at the end of the day, there's only one truth. Now, unfortunately, the Nimpana Wadan called Tana Sinanka on also so Abia Uda Danse in this whole situation in Pakonon Tase. And inti ama the cancer of the crown partner I can some way be sent a beya. Name cancer infantia ubi. Na me de makan the main cancer way na sebi. May be a man who yaw besia because I respect women a lot. I won't open my mouth to insult a woman. No anybody but. You'll be at the day who say me, I don't know how I'm going to open my mouth to insult people like how people are doing it on social media. I'm not sure I can ever do that. But I'll always make my point without necessarily have to rain insult on someone who has not even offended me. Other boni undi matem onukra unimi. Minyi say we share me poda. Ente bani say na bitumi akubi ma na akosi na akọ catch and say or ya boa or you say send a man for si no. The same thing I will expect my other opponent to also know that. Maame Akosua Serwaa when you be abone into kojina baby and case or you wicked. She's not being sensitive. She's not helping to protect the image of the person. Nikunu na mo se modono. I want for can say mo se modo that Lumba na mo gu nanimu ase. Me ho bi bituma ka kire me say odo Lumba chen ye Maame Akosua Serwaa. Ye ba ka kire so odo Lumba bia na ka hu say no the charge Serwaa Fosu. And I am Maame share no the door no till so be Lumba. There's a transition from Serwaa Fosu to that Lumba. And so be share that Lumba, there's a brand. That name has become big. I had to say companies or advertisement. Say we are underground artists, and as we will be a wish from Bianca Sound. I'm asking myself, say, now no, I wake mineral water and Casapreco. They sponsor Dana Hamilton, right? Awake. One Dana Hamilton started singing as a backing vocalist. I didn't know Casapreco called sponsor. Maybe so, but Casapreco company was there. All right. Now all the big artists you see right now, they have sponsorship, they have ambassadorial deals. At the time those artists were coming up, I didn't know call sponsor because that person was no. But that artist build a brand, build a fan base, build that kind of reputation, build that kind of goodwill. So we do that stage where no company can say there be. Now when we associate ourselves with that brand, we believe that they can also project our brand to their audience. At the internet, we used to culture say Shatawale used to be bandana. What I say? Into so be I be share Shatawale na odoni na. Besides, at the time on your bandana, would the same person still be with bandana? That is a big question you have to ask yourself. And it's a open be or see although that Lumba pa. Look at the person who loved Serwaa Fosu then. Before they all mean to me cancer sebi. Lumba no a cripple, and I am Maame Edin Nanti there be. Or name the cabo me be a tessa. And on me to come with the boom, build a brand a friend Lumba. And Nuntina Lumba be general name at that time about so pekra. We refuse any friend Serwaa Fosu. But then no, or that Lumba. Why that Lumba? Because he's now a star, he's now a musician, he's now has a fan base. And to be a person share no need to picture or represent so obi bam as a ebe Lumba. Then if I could nim Serwaa Fosu. Now you come back to tell us say obi edo Lumba than someone who loved Serwaa Fosu before he became that Lumba. These are things I'm just say all of us we need to take into consideration to deduce Obia or Sena or Dono. And then me buy a boko and I me kasa kese. Some can say judgment in about bonting. Judgment in bonting. We all have a right to comment on the judgment. The money say judgment and Akosu bebre na ekafwasem. People talk about it. People talk about it. And that is the judgment now. And that is what Otemwa for no Miss Donna Smith Arthur Edigina so I can't say other bonus onto your warrant and onto your yere. In fact, I can't what judgment moon say the witness for Odoboni, their statement look more credible. I didn't see on or to me Emma Odoboni to be yere. In Sabra Minoka said the Odoboni said that Lumba yere. Till so court best set aside that decision. She's a wife now. But me sometimes I am Jaria and I dream Belmitrum. And then and I pay me sorry upon me Jaria. Me dream this case, sometimes I can go through the judgment, read, but now I'm beginning to deduce it. Deduction. So now this come a point. I'm more share my video and I think say make kind of kakra, but this is how I'm coming from. TNA. We tie Odoboni Crawford or more supporting no ubi o abonti bia kase ane waja wo kunu ho 17 good years. Umma mesra no ne ya ebremu wo yi ne maaye wontu me ma behwehwe no eno wu ye de o baba be den ajapade ntra. This is what has been the statement. This has been the anthem of everybody who's criticizing Maame Akosua Serwaa. Adentina wo kunu afa wachi 17 good years wontu me bia wa no ama meka wontu me njana ware wontu me anye ne sei ntia ba ne sei ene nemre wawu a o baba pere japade we na ntina wo yesa ende Odoboni East Lagos asase no East Lagos dan no ye mfa ma ane obi aka na asema fe wo my dey wanya ade o waja wo kunu ho 17 years nimpa yare obi si watiti bini no ntumi nante na wada ni na wa ama. These are the things people say edigu ye maame hu fi. Fair enough mate mona mo kan. Here come the question and bama won to one kasa won the way na mu na makan ne kama am did there amudibim all right so mono kware na mo kan bia they were rejecting over 17 good years on any kasa on top of them the last one in the kasa here why say in December 17 years which is from 2008, right? So let me do my calculation. Yes, because nimpani film 2025 so Maame me calculation. I jam me the manko school. Until 2008 minus 2025, which is 17 good years. And no de biya moka. So I'm start from 2008. Okay. And I must say, yeah, Maame Akosua Serwaa on Freda de Lumba on any nkasa ne yare bremu won twema mahwehwe no na oyare Odoboni na sabi otiti ni bini Odoboni ne nete Odoboni ne yesei maka we na yate and into the court eka the same 17 years mo statement him said that whether or not the plaintiff rejected the man 17 years without this performing her right as a wife ebeka we na okay fine maka we na wieo into me baba my analysis sana be amoso mbete. I'm coming to do this analysis. Put your emotions aside, put your affiliation aside, listen to the truth. That is, to me, that is my truth. You can choose to believe or not. But when you have something called logical reasoning, critical thinking and logical reasoning, you know where I'm coming from and you understand my point. You have said all this. So now let's go to the court document. Omo de ba court and into court digital so I catch so yere. A public document and me say all of you mo. According to public documents, ye Maame Akosua Serwaa Fosu papa bi. Omi, iba mu ase edema. The ordinance marriage only that Lumba a year that was 2004. Masha video no echo via 2004. Come on. And only that Lumba a year ordinance marriage. According to Mr. Bedi Akunu, Bejina Edi Adansi Edema Odoboni ewo court one can say Odoboni shared that Lumba 2006, which means that Lumba call ordinance marriage or sere ewo hona de in 2 years. No ba Ghana be share Odoboni 2006. O share no according to statement no on a twempona 4 years 2010 and na Owari Odoboni according to Omu December 2010. And a warrior Odoboni 2010. Tia semi you. Maame Akosua Serwaa and that Lumba a ordinance marriage a cousin sign krata wo Germany 2004. 2 years later, then he met Odobroni. These are public documents. I make one some their child. 2004. And all year ordinance marriage with Maame Akosua Serwaa Fosu Papa B. A body and my bone trust. Nam they need the amount because you are royal baby, royal woman. Then 2006, and now the witness of Odobroni account court said, which is a war judgment in Konako Ridi, said Odishia Odobroni. And 2010, according to Omono, that Lumba be and one dear Ewofie. Now that Lumba buy so be Odobroni one dear, Ebusian phone beside that Lumba say, Lumba, ye pacho, ye pese bisa say, Wawari. According to Ebusian for no patch, say Lumba be na no catch or say, on in the yere or more jai awarie. And nonti Odobroni Ebusian for a penny so our tantra here or mumu fiho for the first time in the custom in this country. For the first time, our my Ghana muha, ya memory munu, be me fie mum ne awario, which is fair enough. Say na create me koje event center at the Jawarianti, a jaibe can saying. But this time around the year, that Lumba fee and your koje awarian 2010. Na busian phobe pm huina, ya buy ya money a day na be pm hono. Iti akono mo send ya mo kan o statement no. O mo patch 2010. Nti am for say Lumba bedru ho na busia penny for Odobroni bisa Lumba. I say yes. Me patch o waware. O say there be. Me name yere me ne no ho me ni na de ejai. Okay. Into ni na ejai dia. And ye so also ni wo yere waware na ejai dia and ye Odobroni de ma say ono no wo yere e na mo ya amamre e bibia kire say that Lumba aware Odobroni. Fair enough. 2010 after 2025, how many years? 15 years. Which means from 2010 to 2025 for that Lumba, a 2 and a month here. Assuming without admitting, say indeed aware chronomo kind and a cradia, it means that Lumba not on Odobroni aware. Now according to court records and so send that Lumba next to be in no kind. When we in surgery 2013, and I'm going in surgery no. And after the surgery, him say obey bed ready na own to me and nante ne adia na sabi de bia mo kan say Odobroni titibini on in the hwe on the feeding na dey na. Na mo re face some court no mo say Akosua Serwaa na eja na ware 2010. Into obeware in 2010. Into at that time am mo kan so bed ready no titibini na adia na no. According to Muno, no Odobroni and na ye yiro Akosua Serwaa de no mo say eja no. And na oti ho. Ni say eja no. 2. Into how can you say into so court statement e ko twere say or rejecting the 17 years. O mesra no o me hwe na yare biri mo ma mesra won me ye hwe 17 which is 2008 from 2025. Now mo aso nipa ba akoso mo say obeja na ware 2010 into mo no kwa member ware Odobroni 2010. No obi a wo say mo na mo say you so obeye ne ho ade 2010. So now from 2025 Odobroni was the wife. So how were you expecting the ex-wife to you her ex-wife to come from Germany to come and take care of someone you claim say okachirem so oja ware and mo no kwa member ware in 2010. 15 years as I speak to you. Now, here come the critical question. 2013, I'm also a bedridden. I want to to that hospital in Ano. Most say, Akosua Serwaa 2000 or Odobroni. So, how were you expecting a woman you claim said Jana warrior? Nintimuma who crime and never worry Modofo Bakope 2010. Near Koya will be said 2013. At that time, fans on warrior commodity 3 years in our name. Nani ex-wife and into a catch room so we January mostly ombra and remember her because the year bring with Mama Mahan. Into one casamotanas a year analysis, a year plus 1 minus 1 economics. All things being equal. ɛyɛ mo calculations when na echi na mo san so kɔtwere mu sɛ reject ni kunu 17 years ontumi amesra no nti wankasa wɔka asɛm na ɛkɔ wonum mbapa na kana asɛm sɛ nimpa sɛ wutwa ntoro a ntoro de ɛnyɛ ba wanso betwa ntoro a bɔ mɔden asɛ ntoro ɛyɛ tokuro nti tokuro na wutwa no bɔ ketewa bi to nkyɛn na nke sɛ wo kɔ no sɛ bɛkye wa pɛ wo dirim ka ba bɛhyim. You claim you got married to the person 2010. So as at 2013 that you conducted surgery, no, to you, although Brony was the wife, Akosua Serwaa was not the wife. And to be on your wife, no, until by the time I can say 17 years or rejecting you. And here comes the question that baffles me. Then, Maame Akosua Serwaa start initiation. There was an intention to divorce, and that was 2018, which is after 8 years. I'm also already double in 2010. 2018, and Maame the letter the brother Lumba so opese ojaware. In the other letter by in the response of trade command no. Response of trade command. I didn't know all the statement over there in Lumba and can say my ex-wife, because to you he got married to your daughter 2010. So any other statement that will come from his mouth from 2010 upwards shouldn't be something like my wife. It should be an ex-wife. And so I'm sure you have read the statement. So what I want to say is that in Tinipa Musuwaja 2010. Now look, according to court records, in the firstborn or double firstborn in 2011. It means at that time, Matthias said the amano. I'm not by worry modishe. Kama to you no need that Lumba. Only Akosua Serwaa Sebi Omoja and into my firstborn cry 2011. Then in Panaco Hospital, acquired surgery. Now said we at that hospital for two years. Number say what to me is who as a basis to sell so or yard to my mention. Abra most nim say, Momo see Ujana wire and tell man who can remember what this year. Into sa into me person make a throne. I want to sugarcoat it a little bit. Sa statement na one kasa mo kan no. One kasa wo kan na wo hwe wachi. E ko bi sa ho say nti ya kasa 17 mama hwe na ba yes worry year 2010 which means indeed is worry year 2010 it means from there coming no na odobo na yere nti aba na say any bit me kan chere say 17 mama hwe no because oye ni kunu baba hwe no nti mo ankasa so mo kan ye komonu. Then 2018 2019 2017 I'm using plus 1 minus 1. The same person I'll be catching must say Ojana this shower here. Echo radio so me an interview. And that Lumba mpacho na I was say oh Andy my 5. Me yera me no ho Akosua Serwaa me na 5 but me de me wo bebre I'm paraphrasing it. No can say. It means that 2018 after 8 years of supposedly getting married to Odoboni, he was on air to at least affirm that decision to take here say indeed he said why Odoboni no and kebia oh Andy oh na that Lumba my say oh ma wonum enum no me yere ya friend Odoboni Prince Laufori me ex-wife Akosua Serwaa me no wo miensa ana me ne emami no so ewo mienu anti eka ho Darren ni Denise anti eka ho 5 me ne Odoboni so awo sinti me yere Odoboni. Oh, okay. A honor to me, you would come by a honor pun. Now, some more kind of say, Andy, oh, no. Nah, me my 5. The other minute of Akosua Serwaa. Into one casabush for Motana Sia Motis or Quesa interview, no. Now, so Motana 2010. Obey your audition one day or catch on in the wife. To start 2010 indeed say you see how are na and to start 2010 and the crap to person business and to 2010 am kan no monim say manga say mo sans caution nti I was asking myself nti judge na and ye mame otemwa for the Smith Arthur and statement on also quoted some of the 17 years rejections near ade no later obeji tun me say Odoboni warrant or yere no from 2010 no. So how will she conclude say indeed Maame Akosua Serwaa rejected the 17 years? I'm a measure to me anyway. Abro knew very well, so almost here by in 2010, which means from 2010 to 2025. Indeed, if you want to accept the fact, say, almost on worry now, 15 years, you know, now the man was married to another woman. So how do you then conclude that this woman rejected the man 17 years ago? Knowing very well that the ordinance marriage was 2004. Which means after 6 years before he got married to supposed married in 2010. These are things that you sit down and you analyze it, you realize that and Trono is so. Like the statement I'm going to call court and I didn't so. I know it's the baby now to me can say. And so when you hear people talk about a woman and ending the year in a crack. Now I sound so a year before. Maame Akosua Serwaa Fosu to me sada. Into that time no cancer statement no double it in a cheat. Let me be Sammy who said. Into cancer statement, if I'm the woman, what will I say? And I'm for the boy say, me dobro ni me worry and cast me dobro ni we are my wife or some worry, which means I won't crumble no worry. And see, why will you assume something or you say it never happened, but yet you want it to happen? And it seems the system has been created in such a way that you want to cripple, like Mupa say, Maame Akosua Mubuna Taban, which is say, Oya Basa, Oya Baha, or Tubaha, like you want to gang her own children against her, then she wouldn't get any love, any comfort from anybody. Na Lumba we're trading so soon. After Oya Basa, or two, or ha, in fact, for Bakane, or to and Benjamin, or ha. Person bubuna to the extent that this time around, the person bubuna which the time or to phone point to Musa. At as American ya. Banama, what will you get? This woman is not asking too much. She just wants to get that title of a wife. You are not a wife. Debi America say, if for Dobroni, as we see nya obi manene ne kasai catching say, look, I can tell you today, say. So ultimately supporting Maame Akosua Serwaa in everything. Trust me. And kono krabe to me and win public sympathy more than Maame Akosua Serwaa. Which me I believe say anka no crampono. And anka mafo ko betumi agina so atwa san tron bebre which is anka tron kwaba dane no kre. Say 17 ma hwe ne kunu we na afi no waba. Oba be dikuna. Anka wo crampono one way or the other you will get more public sympathy. And then here comes the property you guys are talking about. Madam Patrick said, Sakolandi 18 years, I change a padia, I consider Omopa. Why was 6? Even if you are not a wife and they are not going to give you any property, your children are 6. Even if one is getting one, how many properties? Of course, you are the mother. You are the one going to manage all of them because Omususa. What do you lose? And if you look at the statement, Maame Akosua said about Bonting 2018 now. Or an intention to divorce now. If you look at the things she requested for, no matter what you the also trade statement and say, or she take the rest of the properties on pay. This is a woman, but yet that time Lumba went to me and grantee and farmer. Tanka said, we need to know in a dream said there be. I said, yes, me man cried this. Look, this is going to be very dramatic and very traumatic situation for your children. Some will go school. This thing will be on the internet. People will refer to them. And you see all these names. So when you think about all that, Maame Akosua Serwaa Fosu has nothing to lose. So in the world, the firstborn cry the same. In fact, the firstborn of one is even older than you, I'm told. The money no money, they are all above 18. They have that kind of strong mentality to deal with this. But your children are too young. If anything at all, any other thing, no. You push. Never blame an innocent Maame Akosua Serwaa. You have no idea. And those of you who are say, try and be in her shoes. You understand. No matter what happened, you came in a picture where the man was already married to another woman. So no matter how you want to sound like you are the sweetest, you are the lovest, you are the perfect, remember you came into a marriage, whether it was deteriorated, whether there's beyond repairs, there was no divorce. There was no divorce, which means we came in the situation where the husband was already married to another woman. So no matter how our some crab date means will be our real. And that kind of mentality, that kind of thing will be there. So all that you have to do is that you do the right thing so that you win at least a public sympathy. And trust me, you could have benefited more than Maame Akosua Serwaa if you don't know. But you listen to people. And you want to claim that kind of, you want to run that shoulder with her that I'm also a wife. Someone who could probably give birth to you. You allow the lawyers, you allow everybody to make sure that, oh, come on, you can run shoulder with her. You know? Yes. After all, when will be the chain until you have to do that. But I believe that whoever that advised you to fight for this probably did not do well. After all these things, your mom maybe called back to Germany. Her children are already in Germany. Your children are here. I don't know. Almost you have finally be the amount of money to be took about Mususa. The mental torture they will go through. You yourself, you are a young girl. You are not even up to a 40. And I know you celebrate your birthday in April. So, yeah, we do birthday April. Why? You know, I'm going to say, Ghana near one. Yeah, you will do birthday April. I'm also April born. No, I'm 3rd April born. So, I'm sure after my birthday, I think a couple of days being also be due birthday. I think so. Yeah. Into a new tea. Never be away at me. Nevertheless, I believe that. Now, yes scenario where you say, imagine say, a national service, a mom a national service our office. Now, national service no more yano. Obaba could be obey Juma tem. On make sure no more smano, no more you say. In fact, a Juma be on the corner, ye back with your bar no 2-9. At your boss not ho to me better on your way. Okay, and a national service in the time soon ye. As soon you know yet here and say, lady no obey Juma or better, or didn't 9 is what you say on your way no, only a maintaining no. Na again on ye Juma, a man who say, or yes, you know, only Jano Kaimanico. So, what do you think, right? Any at that time, and so obey Juma, only manager no, a free, only manager in Namaha, only manager in Namaha say, but you could see that Sally didn't know ye Juma on your way, buy your money your way. Yet here and say, I'm maintaining after the service. What do you think will happen? What do you think will be the signal from other staff or more? Or make us say, hey, Nagaya by the sign you're maintaining. Because we all know, we know, say, get back on the honor about ye Juma or ye be in fact, when I saw Smano, you see, because she's the one who was doing all the job, everything. Man for him say, only the maintaining. But commenting at the back on the first impression about can say be a Sebi. On a manager na kwakoda and into maintaining until basa crampona. No matter what that lady will do, people will have that perception say, or the baby akwaji bibi, and that's a kutia bribe, I say. But just imagine say, Salady no. Your year juma be bring man for pen as names or no year juma jiddy say maintaining. That's a manager fan. That's a sabi manager can ne kwadana so kutia bribe, but how people know? They wouldn't know. Because they have seen so year you're maintaining. Everybody knows, oh, this one the hard work. Oh, this one the hard work. But if you are making crampon again, if you are na yasin a kwaji, and also could you bribe and say fan, but you wouldn't know. In time, one say, oh yeah, one can say necessary. If a manager who is very smarter, a manager who is very smart will not make that move and be with someone, everybody knows that that person was not doing anything at the workplace. But rather be with someone who was hard working, doing everything, even if that person, and right now it's a perception, or baby maintaining the perception out there is which is not true. Most of the young ladies work so hard. And yeah, may nana sebi when the dance to me in your favor and this opportunity. Not all of them. Some of them also happen anyway, but some of them too it doesn't. Hard work pays. But I'm making reference that even if that person did that, because that person was hard working, you wouldn't know. This is my 1% cent. I'm a person make say, look, no matter how you want to sugarcoat the lies and package it nicely, one day between your buffer home. What I say, in summary, which means you can never say Maame Akosua Serwaa rejected that Lumba 17 years. Whilst knowing very well that she got married to your supposed person 2010, 15 years ago. Right? So please, that section is not true. I want us to, in fact, judgment, Obianko reading, I am pointing holes, a woman, near whom say, no crabby hair cocan or maybe a crack. I have some paka no more kanye. What I say. So that's what I wanted to say today. That the 17 years of rejection is false. It can never be true. And this is the reason why I'm saying that. And the getting married to you in 2010, you were crash maybe you say C kona brofo kekebia kekeke. That's it. You get where I'm coming from. Hey, lawyer Juma, sound very difficult to. Hey, you have to go and defend something that sometimes you could see that it is not even visible. It is not even existent at all. But you still have to argue it out to do something for your client. Hey, the work hard though. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Hazek Dazi. You keep on pointing holes in all the statements one by one. Peace. I love you guys.